When it was first announced that American actress Meghan Markle would be joining the royal family and marrying Prince Harry, there were tons of questions surrounding what her place in the royal family would be. But the most interesting question was wondering if she would ever become a queen, and that's what I'm going to be breaking down in today's video. I'm also going to be talking about how the couple's recent interview with Oprah Winfrey could change things. I'm Mackenzie, and let's answer what if Meghan Markle becomes queen. Also, make sure to subscribe if you're new here. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle broke the internet when it was announced that they were dating in 2016. They met for the first time in London in July of 2016 when they were introduced by a mutual friend. A close friend of Harry's confirmed to People in late October 2016 that the pair had been dating seriously for around 2 months. Right off the bat, there was a lot of tension with the couple, and the Royal Kensington Palace actually had to release a public statement at the time condemning the quote wave of hatred and harassment Meghan had been subjected to. The couple then got engaged November 27th of 2017, and after tons of anticipation, Meghan Markle officially joined the royal family on May 19th of 2018 when they got married at the Windsor Castle before 1,900 people. After the wedding, Markle became the Duchess of Sussex and officially became in line for the throne. Now, how likely is it that Meghan and Harry will ever rule? Very unlikely. But let's get into the scenarios that would have to take place in order for Meghan to become queen. So first, let's break down the current royal succession. Currently, Prince Harry is 6th in line for royal succession. Queen Elizabeth sits on the throne, a position that she has held since 1952. Queen Elizabeth is currently 94 years old, and her time as a royal will be over when she passes away or abdicates the throne to the next person in line. That person is Harry's father, Prince Charles, Prince of Wales, who would become the king. After Prince Charles, the next in line is Prince William, Duke of Cambridge, which would make Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, the queen. After this is when things get tricky, because you would expect Prince Harry to be next in line, but actually that's not the case. And after Prince William, it follows the bloodline of his family, and after him it will be his son, young Prince George. Then it would be Charlotte, then their new baby Louis. And the only way Prince Harry would become a king and Meghan become queen would be if all those people were to pass away, which is definitely possible, however very unlikely, as the crown takes precautions to ensure that tragic circumstances would have limited impact. One royal protocol is that 2 heirs should never fly on the same flight together, so the royal lineage is protected. So this means that Prince William and Prince George will never travel together, which means that most of the time when the couple travels, their children stay at home out of harm's way. But of course, we can't dismiss the elephant in the room, and that's the fact that the couple has officially left the royal family. They also recently did a tell-all interview with Oprah, basically slamming the door on their way out. However, the fact that the couple left isn't much of a shock, as Harry had spoken about the pressures of being a royal in the past. He said once in an interview, quote, "Is there anyone of the royal family who wants to be king or queen? I don't think so, but we will carry out our duties at the right time." The couple officially decided to leave the royal family and their royal duties behind in January of 2020. They announced their intent to step back from senior roles, become financially independent, and spend more time in North America. Then after 10 days of talks between senior family members, it was agreed that the couple will no longer be working royals and will give up their Royal Highness titles. The last royal engagement the couple attended was in March of 2020, right before the virus hit the world, after they decided to move to California and what papers dubbed, quote, Mexit. We learned later that they actually moved into one of Tyler Perry's estates because the family was no longer given royal security. In March of 2020, it was also decided that the crown would get 12 months to review Harry and Meghan's permanent place in the family. Then on February 19th, 2021, just shy of the 12 months, it was announced by Buckingham Palace that the couple will not be returning to their lives as working royals, and Harry's honorary military appointments and the couple's patronages with royal ties will be reverted to the Queen. The royal statement read in part, quote, "Following conversations with the Duke, the Queen has written confirming that in stepping away from the work of the royal family, it is not possible to continue with the responsibilities and duties that come with a life of public service. The honorary military appointments and royal patronages held by the Duke and Duchess will therefore be returned to Her Majesty, before being redistributed amongst working members of the royal family. The couple responded to those statements by saying that, quote, service is universal, and offered to continue supporting the organizations that they have represented, even without royal titles. Then around this time, it was announced that Harry and Meghan would be doing an explosive tell-all interview with Oprah, where they would share what actually happened behind the scenes during this time. And in that interview, the couple, especially Meghan, did not hold back. In last night's interview, Meghan spoke at length about her horrible time with the family, sharing that she felt abandoned by them, and it led to such a bad mental health crisis that she even considered taking her own life at one point. And sadly, the family did not try to offer help or support to her. This is the main reason Harry made the decision to leave. Harry also revealed that he felt trapped in the family as well, and he probably would not have left if it wasn't for Meghan. Oprah point blank asked Harry why he decided to leave, asking if it was because the couple was asking for help and couldn't get it. Harry then replied, quote, yeah, basically, lack of support and lack of understanding was the simplest reason that they left, he said. But Harry wanted to make sure that people knew that he never left the family. The couple rather stepped back, and then when they did, the royal family were the ones that cut the couple off, even financially. Meghan also said that when they announced that they were leaving, the royal family stripped all security from them, which is historic because Harry is a direct descendant of the throne, and it's important that he is always protected. In the interview, Harry talked about the lack of security when the threat level had not changed. If anything, it actually gotten worse, saying, quote, I got confirmation that no, the risk hadn't changed. But given their change in status, their protective detail would be revoked regardless of that. The couple added that security is why they decided to leave the Commonwealth nation of Canada and move to the United States. Meghan also addressed in the interview allegations that she had bullied the royal staff, and coincidentally, these allegations came to light shortly after it was announced that she would be doing that Oprah interview. Just, huge coincidence. These allegations were that Meghan bullied several staff members after a British media report cited unnamed royal aides, saying a complaint had been made against her all the way back in 2018. Buckingham Palace says that they will be investigating these claims against Meghan. There were also stories in the media close to her wedding day that Meghan made Kate, her sister-in-law, cry. Meghan addressed the story about Kate, the Duchess of Windsor, in the Oprah interview, but Meghan said the reality of the situation was actually the reverse, and Kate was actually the one that made Meghan cry during a discussion about the ceremony. Meghan said that after the fact, Kate gave her flowers and apologized, and that she forgave her, with Meghan adding that, quote, she's a good person. But she said the reporting of the incident was a, quote, turning point in their experience, adding, quote, if you love her, you don't have to hate me. The claims about Meghan bullying palace staffers was not addressed in the interview, as those claims came out after it was filmed. But a spokesperson for Meghan said that she was, quote, saddened by this latest attack on her character, particularly as someone who has been a target of bullying herself. So let's go back to the main question here, shall we? Could Meghan Markle become queen? I think before exiting the royal family, the answer was the chance was very slim. But now that Meghan and Harry have left the throne and their royal duties, it seems that they have been officially kicked out of the family. But it doesn't seem that they care too much about being on their good side, as the interview with Oprah will only make the tensions between the couple and the royal family even worse. However, even though Harry has left his duties, he is still sixth in line for the throne, as that's his birthright and it can't just be stripped away. And there would actually have to be legislation passed in Parliament if they wanted to take him out of the line of succession. Marlene Kewing, historian and author, told Royal Central, quote, succession to the throne is based on legislation, including the Succession to the Crown Act, which includes the Act of Settlement. It would take an act of Parliament to remove a person from the line of succession. And personally, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. So even though it's safe to say that the royals currently hate Meghan and Harry, it's still possible the couple could rule the throne. It would just have to be the result of a massive amount of tragedy for the family. However, I think with what has recently transpired with Oprah, if Harry and Meghan ever got too close to that throne, the royal family might make the changes necessary to ensure that they never get a hold of it. But that's just my opinion. So that's all for the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts below. Did you watch that Oprah interview? And if you did, how mad do you think the royal family is about the whole thing? I'm guessing extremely mad. Also, what was your impression of Meghan after that interview? I'd really love to know below, because I've been seeing a lot of mixed reactions online. But before I head out, I'm going to shout out some comments from Keegan's video on Prince Philip. So Kai said, I hope he doesn't pass. He seems like a cool guy, and I don't want those in Britain to be sad. Yeah, I think it's, inevitable with any of us because of his elevated age, but yeah, never something we would hope. Then Philip says she will likely go soon after because they've been married so long. Yeah, I feel like that is a common thing with couples. Sometimes one will pass and the other will kind of shortly after. Then God said, well, she has to stop giving him her immortal formula for him to pass, and I don't see that happening. Yeah, honestly, I feel like they must have something going on there that we do not have, because the royal family lives so much longer than the, national average. It's insane. So we need whatever they have. All right, guys, that's all for the video today. Thank you so much for watching if you made it all the way here. If you liked the video and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and I will catch you all in the next one.